Costa as they are being taken to
70. Well done, Hakimi, served it well, and
30 points at the moment then. This is all over again, but that looked to me like it was very squeaky clean.
Yeah, well, in third place.
There is heart in mouth, it was for me, as we see Dinesh going into the long lap.
From Veda Pratama, as they sweep right-handed and go up the
Ramasdorf, and he's got Christian Daniel Jr. going around the outside as Christian Daniel.
Uriarte looking for a late braking manoeuvre into the first corner. Pack, and things are not working out at all well.
It can well be. Fernandez is up there as well. Ramadipa, the number 32, in ninth as well.
He was going to be higher up, didn't he, when he was talking to you?
Hakim Dinesh, who started from 5th position, is just off the back of this list. Get him on the cutback. Yes, he does. The neck and neck down now towards
hard by Christian Daniel Jr., but Veda Pratama has the off-track control there. Anyway, back with the leader. Says the 51 should come up on his screen, so he can take the long lap penalty on this.
We were bigging him up in the pre-show, and unfortunately it's all down into the pack. He's 7th at the moment as they come out the final turn. Wide there in the background, unfortunately, just about keeping it up. As Morelli is the one chasing them. David Gonzalez, who qualified, and the 72 of David da Costa.
Yeah, so the 16-year-old Italian.
A little bit wide, too young, but there we go. There we have it. Well, hopefully the riders... Actually,
anyway,
near enough too.
It is the orange helmet of Brian's timing, eh?
Yeah, absolutely quality. You owe, well, you Carter Thompson, 4 yellow helmets in a row. And in the background, unfortunately, that was the worst commentator's curse. I did have about 0.8 of a second in hand across the finish line.
The rookies have done a lot better than the MotoGP guys in getting through the first corner without here be able to take the long lap penalty. He can't do it on this lap.
Look at the number 11 of David Gonzalez there in 4th position now.
This long lap penalty, and as I say, he should be shown the sign at the
rest in the back of the pack there. Morelli's made a climb up from outside the top 10.
Second place, can he close in on Brian Uriarte? Of course, he's got
Tama got from the middle of the front row of the grid, but he's neck and neck with Brian Uriarte as we climb up to what we once again join the bird's eye view then.
Of Christian Daniel Jr. is there.
That's where he is going to, as we've got other riders going off in the background then, just wide. The yellow flag sector where we had that crash on the first lap then between Tassini and Dinesh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Back into 5th then, behind Carter Thompson.
Yeah.
Dinesh, 6th position for your series leader by penalty. Now, we can't touch the green, otherwise he's failed to comply with it. He's got to do it all.
The hill, yeah, number 11. David Gonzalez.
I think he just changed his body position there, but it made me think he was crashing for a moment.
He does it. Brian Uriarte, the pole man, takes the advantage away.
A race of 2 halves, though, can't it? As he's now been pushed back by... But as we cross the line for the first time, it's Pratama for Daniel Jr. and...
Matt, and it's just not working out for him at the moment. He's really stuck in that mid...
group, the number 13, he's in 6th at the moment. He's got Morelli for company. Benyat through turns 5 and down towards turn 6.
I think Morelli thought he advantage as they drop down onto the start-finish straight for the first time.
Through goes Marco Morelli then in towards turn 2 and 3, but Will Gonzalez
of Brian Uriarte in 2nd place, being chased. Let's see if he does so. That is the 11th of David Gonzalez.
Come away from him in this first race.
But a brilliant bit. Now, he should have been shown the long lap penalty board, and...
Oh, that is car pushing the number 7 to 4th on the grid. He has been pushed back a bit.
And then David da Costa were just saying that...
oh, someone's gone really... there and having to defend from your race winner last time out, Carter Thompson. All up and okay. It was the number 40 of Gabriel Tassini.
Uriarte out in front. That's the 31 of Goodyear Pugliese.
A couple of Red Bulls, unfortunately. Right. I was going to say, we can't do beers. Absolute commentator's nightmare. We don't need much more of this, I've got to tell you. 3rd in a long time, Peter.
Yeah, the word.
Then so it's him, Dinesh, then Benyat Fernandez, Giulio Pugliese. Oh, you've got jinxed it there, Peter. It's a couple of riders gone down. So down through Garage Vert we are. Brian Uriarte died. He's carrying through that good form from Aragon.
Yeah, and all the riders at the end of this lap, and then be able to, next time he comes down,
seemingly to about 10th or 9th position, all cleanly through. Look
now, he should have been shown the long lap.
And Jack Puetazan unfortunately have gone down as well. And David Gonzalez, who qualified 4th on the grid, yeah, that's what really changed the conditions ahead of today, basically, as we see going a little bit wide there and having to defend from your race winner last time I came out. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of rain, and then a dead.
It is the orange helmet of Brian Uriarte out in front. And we'll be able to adjust their pace and the throttle openings accordingly.
Helmets in a row, an absolute commentator's nightmare. We don't need much more.
Thus far been tremendously predictable, so fingers crossed that when they
hand across the finish line then, so it's him, Danish, then Benyat
is going to move to the front of that pack. But the thing is, lap.
So down through garage for
up with a gap of 0.4 of a second, and I see Carpe, he should be shown the sign at the end of this lap, and then
but it's quite similar to what they were experiencing yesterday around sort of
Uriarte. Of course, he's got to concentrate on the one hand, but he's got
probably the hottest conditions of the day so far, to be honest. View then.
Yeah, yes, and the fact that the surface is just so very, very aggressive, and
it's wide, cutting the chicane. They've got to make sure they rejoin in the approach.
And I just wonder how many of them. I think they're all very conscious. Uriarte will try very, very hard to break this field.
Exactly, but Quiles moves up the inside of Danish.
That's right. Now, time here. He knows that perhaps the only other person who can do a similar lap,
apart from as it goes down right towards the finish line.
Okay, so I'm sure Brian Uriarte will have his head,
but he's got Danish just behind him. Quiles in 3rd place. Pretty good start actually from 7th place. Saw him move quickly up to 5th, but in that.
And of course, Magella, you have a much faster run onto it. Anyway,
well, there we.
He's back in the second. There is the 95 of Marco Marucci.
Oh, so it's less than a kilometre.
Yeah,
there we go.
It is 0.6 of a mile. It's 100
to the top 10. Not a good start from Leo then, from 5th on the now the back straight. How many kilometres is it? 1.2 something towards turn 2 and 3. But will Gonzalez get him on the cutback? Yes, he does. The neck and neck. His best, I would say. Then after a little blip in Austria, let's say, is
of David Gonzalez. Brian Uriarte then still the leader, but as I said, penalty board, and it should come up on his screen so he can.
With 10 laps to go.
We'll say riders okay. Let's
it's been pushed back a bit down into the pack. He's 7th at the moment. It's unfortunately a few riders crashed out. Belford, Pavelec, Carter Thompson. Morelli is the one chasing their views. The storm rolled in, didn't it? As they finished qualifying yesterday. So
it's the 31 of Goodyear Pugliese, the 16-year-old Italian.
Worth noting, yesterday when we finished qualifying, the checkered flag literally more of this, I've got to tell you. Actually,
anyway,
it's 5 of them in a row near enough.
They do start to go away. The guys are going to get plenty of warning of it.
Fernandez, Giulio Pugliese, Carter Thompson, 4 yellow.
Fingers crossed. It's our first year with these Pirelli tyres, and they have.
Brian Uriarte did have about 0.8 of a second in.
Has realised that he's going and wants to go with him, so he's not hanging about. Be able to next time he comes down here, be able to take the long lap penalty. He can't do it on this
free practice 2 time.
That's right. No, so Uriarte now is have it in the back of his head that he's going to take this long lap penalty, and as I say
as well, so it's a bit of a challenge out there.
Danish in 2nd place. Can he close in on Brian Uriarte? And abrasive here.
Yeah, they're absolutely chewing up tyres in this sort of heat. Yes, and these are appropriate place as we once again join the bird's eye
of the fact that the tyres may not go the distance in terms of the.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure he is going to. We've got other riders going off in the background then.
Well, there's that huge. It's a big group there, isn't it? A good sort of 10, 11 people. Time is Hakim Danish, and Hakim's got to do the long lap penalty. So if he can, Brian.
But as we come into turn 1, Uriarte still maintains
down. If he can break away, he's going to do that. He knows he can do the lap.
And this is where those curbs are on the outside of the runners today. No more track limits. Not really sure what happened in the turn 2, turn 3 melee then that time around. Go into the final turn. Uriarte stays in charge.
Pirelli, he's featuring in this already as well.
Yeah, he had, but he got hit hard, to be honest, as well. So it's a red hot pace like the sun out there at the moment.
Very, very aggressive and abrasive here.
Yeah, they're absolutely chewing up tyres in 201s. Most of the others, apart from Pugliese and Danish, they're
all very conscious of the fact that the tyres may not go.
Absolutely fascinating. I wonder what the conditions are like out there. I mean, the pace.
That's right. Now there's that huge, it's a big group there, isn't it?
Sixth place with Sullivan Mounty up from 11th on the grid there in 7th as well, just off towards the finish line. But as we come into,
I think, being caught by the 31 of Giulia Pugliese
in 3rd place then. And this is where those curbs are on the outside of the run.
What he did wrong, but obviously he's done something. Okay, it's Veda Pratama. And then... Anyway.
Well, there we go. Into the final turn. Uriarte.
Messy way to start the race, isn't it? What a shame. Okay, and he don't know why. Tenths of a mile. It's 173 metres short.
Here running this high up. As we see, Tassini had a grid infringement. 1.2, something like that.
Yeah, it's actually 9.
Just taking away a few points, but had a great start to the season back in Jerez. In Austria, let's say, is Valentin Peroni.